Hi guys, so today we are, reacting to, 25 scary videos that will keep you awake tonight by Sir Spooks. I have not seen his channel yet, so this is the first time. So yeah, let's get right into the video.
Hello everyone, my name is Sir Spooks, and today we'll take a look at 25 scary videos. But before we begin, make sure to subscribe to my channel for more scary content. Alright, with that said, let's begin. The first story we'll be taking a look at today comes to us from the TikTok account Jack-O-Lantern.
Oh, if you haven't already, grab a blanket, stuffed animal, snack, maybe something to drink, get comfy. It's gonna be a scary video. It's gonna be really scary. I love scary stuff, so this is good. This is good for the soul.
Stories and features an alleged poltergeist encounter. The video begins with the homeowner standing at the top of a staircase, while strange knocking noises can be heard coming from somewhere downstairs. Curious about where the sounds are coming from, he heads downstairs to investigate. He also makes it clear that he's home alone, meaning there shouldn't be anyone else in the house making the noises. As he approaches the kitchen, he calls out hello, before things take a very strange turn.
I can hear banging coming from downstairs. It woke me up this morning, but there shouldn't be anybody down here. Hello? Oh my god. Hello? Hello? What the Oh, Will, you okay? Hello?
I love how I know this cat.
Oh my god, what's going on?
Out of nowhere, a wine glass is sent crashing to the floor. Just a few seconds later, a coffee cup on the table appears to move on its own. Then, as if that wasn't enough, a faint mumbling voice can be heard on the recording, adding one final layer of mystery to the incident.
Hello?
The combination of the knocking sounds, the moving objects, and the strange voice is what makes this clip stand out from many other alleged hauntings online. Of course, not everyone is convinced. The video has an old film-style filter applied over the footage, which certainly makes it feel less authentic. Some viewers also believe the entire incident could have been staged. Even so, the combination of the events captured in such a short span of time is what keeps people debating the clip. Interestingly, the uploader mentions in the description that he owns a fairly large collection of allegedly haunted artifacts. Whether that has anything to do with what was captured here is impossible to say, but it's certainly an intriguing detail. So what do you think happened inside this house? Was something paranormal making its presence known? Or is there another side to the story? Let me know your theories in the comments. Over on TikTok, a user known as The Black Orchard Films posted a video in June of 2026 in which he explains that he was simply sitting on the couch one afternoon, getting ready to watch some TV. What started out as a completely ordinary moment quickly became something much stranger when he happened to notice something in the reflection of the television screen.
Am I tripping or is that? There's someone sitting on my couch, but like, there's no one there. What? But like, there's no one there. There's no one on the couch.
No.
Oh my god, it's gone.
As you can see, the reflection appears to show a dark, human-shaped figure sitting on the couch. The uploader immediately turns around to check behind him, only to reveal that the couch is completely empty. What's especially interesting is what happens next. After showing the couch, he turns back toward the television, but this time the figure is gone. In the description of the video, the uploader writes, quote, "The house is old, located in Appalachia, with the creaks and shadows typical of older homes. That afternoon, light and the angle..."
Now, if you guys haven't heard like the stories of like Appalachia and stuff like that, like it's absolutely insane. I lived there with my aunt for maybe like 3 years, and oh my god, is it scary at night. Like, I remember this one time, like, I was laying in bed, like, trying to go to sleep, and I couldn't fall asleep, so I was like up scrolling on my phone, and like, I heard whistling outside my window, so obviously I go check and see what it is, and there was nobody there, so that was scary. I gotta be quiet because my dad's sleeping, so. But yeah, like, it's absolutely insane what goes on in the Appalachian Mountains and stuff like that. Ignore my cat and then background noise. My brother is watching the show. But yeah, okay. Go back to the video.
Of the TV screen created a clear reflective surface. Still, the reflection looked like more than a trick of light. Its timing and placement felt deliberate and out of place in an empty space. End quote. The main skeptical argument here is that the video was staged in some way. Beyond that, there really isn't much else to go on, as the figure appears clearly in the reflection and then vanishes by the time the uploader looks back. Whether you believe it's paranormal or not, it's definitely the kind of clip that makes you want to watch it a second time. So what do you think was captured in the TV screen that day? Was there really something sitting on the couch, or is there another side to the story? Let me know your thoughts in the comments.
Family proof your family with Life 360.
I sell what I don't wear anymore on Vinted. It's like cleaning my closet and making cash at the same time. It's easy to use and there's no seller fees, so you
I don't care about that.
Reddit user Runs with Scissors posted a video to his account a few months ago showcasing a piece of home security camera footage that was recorded late at night outside the front of his house. The video begins relatively uneventfully, with everything appearing calm and quiet on what seems to be a completely ordinary night. But before long, something strange happens.
Sorry, I keep on getting distracted. My cat's attacking the wall.
Right around here, the gate leading onto the porch can be seen opening by itself before eventually closing again. What's especially interesting is that, according to the uploader, the gate is secured with a latch and isn't supposed to open unless the latch is first released. As if that wasn't strange enough, the swing can later be seen moving on its own, while a series of odd noises can be heard somewhere in the distance. The combination of the gate, the swing, and the unexplained sounds is what has left many viewers wondering exactly what was happening outside the house that night. Of course, there could be a more ordinary explanation behind some of what we're seeing, but if the uploader is correct about the gate requiring the latch to be released first, that detail certainly makes the footage more difficult.
I'm in a new spot. In my other videos, I'm sitting in my bed, but I am sitting in my chair that my dad gave to me. It's a nice rocking chair. See, it's a nice rocking chair. And I have Pennywise in the background. It's my little tapestry. Yeah, it's a new part of my room. Let me guys know down in the comments if you want to tour the house. I know, like in the last video I filmed with my sister, she mentioned the idea of doing a tour, so maybe I'll do a tour of the house. I don't know. We'll see. Let's get back to the video.
To explain. Whatever happened here, it's easy to see why the homeowner found the footage unsettling after reviewing it. So what do you think was captured on this security camera? Was something unseen wandering around the property, or is there another explanation for the strange activity? Let me know your thoughts in the comments.
Like, oh, what's this?
On August 14th, 2023, a TikTok user known as Mima Giovanna posted video to her account showing her and a friend standing outside late at night. For most of the clip, the two appear to be having a conversation while the camera records the area around them.
Is that a cat?
Everything seems completely normal at first, but then something unusual suddenly enters the frame.
Malam ini indah sekali, guys. Tapi kalau di sini nggak kelihatan ada bulan sama bintang.
Right around the 9-second mark, a small white figure can be seen dancing across the street at high speed, causing Mima to immediately react in shock before the video cuts off moments later. Because the object moves so quickly and the footage is fairly blurry, it's difficult to get a clear look at exactly what was captured. Even so, whatever it is appears to be both very small and very fast. Naturally, there are a number of possible explanations. Some viewers believe the clip may show something paranormal, while others think it could be an animal or another small object passing by quickly and creating an unusual effect. Unfortunately, the footage is simply too brief to draw any firm conclusions.
So basically, when I think I was 8, 9 years old, I got the flu, and pneumonia, so those were packed onto each other. So I had a really high fever, and I had to go to the hospital. And sorry, my cat's in the way, because I'm sitting in her spot. But anyways, so I had this fever dream where there was this like figure, and it wasn't exactly like a white figure. I don't know if you've heard of this guy before. I've heard of this like entity before, but it's called the Stickman. Like shadow figure almost. Sorry, my cat's like moving boxes that it's on. I made a homemade tripod, so it's just like it's like 2 boxes and like my little like, I don't know what it's called, like speaker thing. I don't know. Anyways, so during while I was having that fever dream, there was this like long like stick figure. Imagine like you would draw like a stick figure like with a black pen or a marker on a paper, and you like took it and you like took it out of the paper and you like put it out into the world. That's what it looks like, but it was fully like colored and whatever. But anyways, so there's like this like stick figure guy, and like this like fever dream or like hallucination, and he was like just like standing there, and like I waved to it, and it just like stared at me for like maybe 20-ish minutes, and that was the scariest thing of my life. Now I don't know if it was a hallucination from the fever dream, or just the fever in general, or I was actually seeing it right then and there, because that was during the time when I was living in Appalachia. So, like, you know, you see and hear like a lot of things and stuff like that in Appalachia. But I just thought it was one of the craziest things that has ever happened to me. Anyways, let's get back.
Whatever the case may be, it's certainly one of those clips that makes you replay it a few times just to make sure you saw what you thought you saw. So what do you think flew across the street that night? Was it something ordinary caught at a strange angle, or something much harder to explain? Let me know your thoughts in the comments.
Is it illegal to listen to police radio? No, it's not a crime to listen to police radio through a scanner. You can buy one or just simply download this app. It's called Crime Radar. It's free.
Okay, I don't have YouTube.
The official United States Department of War website recently released another UAP video to the public, and this one is definitely going to catch the attention of anyone interested in unexplained aerial phenomena. The footage was reportedly captured over Greece in January of 2024. For the first few seconds, the screen is split into two different views, with one side showing electro-optical footage and the other showing shortwave infrared footage. Take a look and see what was captured.
Tell me in the comments down below. I know what
According to the official report, the video was submitted by United States Central Command to Arrow and shows an unidentified anomalous phenomenon captured by a US military platform. What makes this one especially interesting is how the object was described. In a mission report, the UAP was reportedly described as diamond-shaped and moving at around 434 knots, which is roughly 803 kilometers per hour. The observer also claimed the object was only detectable through the shortwave infrared sensor. For anyone interested in UAP sightings, this is the kind of footage that's bound to spark a lot of discussion. The speed, shape, and the fact that it apparently only appeared through one sensor make it feel particularly unusual. Without more context, it's difficult to know exactly what was captured here. But whether you're a believer or a skeptic, it's certainly an intriguing video. So what do you make of this one? Could this be something truly unexplained, or is there another possibility behind what was recorded? On September 28, 2024, a TikTok user known as Synestia posted a video showing a strange experience inside her home. The footage begins with her quietly making her way through the house while recording on her phone. The reason quickly becomes apparent as a series of unusual noises can be heard coming from somewhere inside. Trying to figure out where they're coming from, she follows the sounds until they lead her to the bathroom. As she approaches the doorway, she notices the shower curtain moving on its own while the strange noises continue. Assuming whatever is making the sounds must be hiding behind it, she pulls the curtain back to investigate. But when she looks inside the shower, there's nothing. It's a simple moment, but the combination of the unexplained noises and the moving shower curtain is enough to make the clip surprisingly unsettling. Of course, there could be a more ordinary explanation behind what happened. Without seeing more of the room or knowing what happened afterward, it's impossible to say for certain. Whatever caused the curtain to move, it's easy to understand why the uploader felt uneasy enough to start recording in the first place. So what do you think was inside the bathroom that day? Was it something supernatural, or was there another explanation? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. On April 4th, 2020, a TikTok user named Lauren Rose posted a video to her account after noticing her pet cat behaving very strangely. The cat appears to be fixated on something just beyond the couch.
Cats. Yeah, cats will just stare at walls to make you think something is there, and it's just doing that just to try to make you go insane. So, if your cat's ever staring at a wall, it is either looking at something or it is trying to make you go insane. It's fun. I learned that a couple weeks ago, so now you guys know. If you guys have a cat.
Judging by its body language, it clearly seems uncomfortable, almost as if it's watching something Lauren can't see. Then, a few seconds later, something unusual appears in the background.
So scary. Look at him.
Right behind the couch, what appears to be a dark figure can be seen slowly walking across the room before disappearing out of view. Lauren immediately reacts with an "oh my god," but otherwise manages to stay surprisingly calm considering what she had just witnessed. The timing of the figure's appearance, combined with the cat's behavior beforehand, is what many viewers found especially unsettling. Of course, not everyone is convinced. Some believe the clip could have been staged, while others see it as one of the more intriguing ghost videos posted online. Unfortunately, Lauren never shared any follow-up videos explaining what happened afterward, leaving the entire incident unresolved. So what do you think walked through Lauren's house that day? Was it simply a clever hoax, or did her cat really sense something lurking in the background? Let me know your thoughts in the comments.
My friend put me on to Fetch. It's this app that earns you gift cards on, well, basically everything. Groceries, restaurants, even the games.
A TikTok user known as Andy V Official posted a video to his account back in March of 2025 after an unsettling experience he says happened to him in the city of Chilca, Peru. The video begins with Andy speaking directly to the camera before it cuts to a second clip showing the location where the incident allegedly took place. Then, at around the 38-second mark, what appears to be a long, arm-like limb from an unknown creature suddenly comes into view before the video cuts off abruptly. The moment is so brief that it's difficult to make out exactly what we're looking at, but it's certainly enough to explain why Andy ended the recording shortly afterward. Some viewers believe the clip could show some kind of unknown creature emerging from the water, while others think there may be a more ordinary explanation. A few have even suggested the entire video could have been staged. Whatever the case may be, it's one of those clips that's intriguing simply because it's so difficult to identify what appears on screen. Thankfully, Andy seems to have gotten away unharmed, considering he was later able to upload the footage to TikTok. So what do you think emerged from the water that day? Was it an unknown creature, or is there another explanation? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. A man named Adam Mawson posted a video to his TikTok account in which he explains that the footage you're about to see was originally filmed back in 1991 inside his parents' house. According to Adam, he never believed in ghosts before moving into the home, but after experiencing a number of disturbing incidents over the years, he and several friends decided to investigate. They set up a video camera on a tripod in each room of the house for 1 hour at a time, while everyone left the property, hoping to capture something unusual. When they reviewed the recordings, one tape stood out from all the others. Footage appears to show a dark, human-shaped figure sitting in a chair before it suddenly stands up, walks across the room, and eventually disappears from view. Adam says he didn't actually discover the figure until later that night while reviewing the tapes by himself. He recalls being home alone at the time, with the bathroom scene in the footage located directly across from his bedroom, making the experience one of the most frightening moments of his life. He also says he later researched the history of the property and discovered that the houses on the street had reportedly been built over part of an old cemetery. In addition, he claims a wool sorting mill once stood on the site, where a fire in the late 1940s tragically claimed the lives of 14 child workers. Of course, not everyone is convinced. Some viewers believe the footage could simply be an elaborate hoax, while others consider it one of the more compelling ghost videos to come out of the early 1990s.
Because I'm scared. Alright. I got my teddy bear.
More than 30 years later, Adam still says he doesn't know exactly what was captured on camera that day. So what do you think was wandering around that old house?
I don't know.
Was it really the so-called Barbie Place shadow ghost, or is there another explanation? Let me know your thoughts in the comments.
Your phone could get stolen in seconds, but here's how you protect it. Download Find My Phone by Clap Launcher. If someone...
We need like...
TikTok user I Am Unforgettable post
putting ads on the videos, but like please, I do not want ads like in the middle of like every single one of the videos. Like I watch, like I do not want an ad like every 5 seconds into the video that I'm watching, dude. Like give me a break. Like I don't like ads. I don't want ads. Like please, we need to make a petition like to get rid of ads like fully. Like YouTube, you can make money some other way. Just please. Why ads? Why?
uploaded a video to their account in May of 2026, claiming they had been awake for 3 straight days because they were too afraid to fall asleep after noticing something inside their bedroom. At first, that might sound like an exaggeration, but after seeing what they claim was in the room with them, it's a bit easier to understand why they were so frightened. Take a look. Right behind the bedroom door, what appears to be a figure with long dark hair can be seen peeking around the corner, seemingly watching the uploader from across the room. The figure never fully steps into view, but the brief glimpse is enough to make for a very unsettling moment. Of course, not everyone is convinced. Some viewers believe the entire clip could simply have been staged. Even so, it's easy to see why the video quickly caught people's attention online. Hopefully, whatever the uploader believed they saw that night never appeared again. So what do you think was hiding behind the bedroom door? Was it simply a clever hoax or something much harder to explain? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. On September 6, 2011, a man named Santiago Martinez uploaded a video to his YouTube channel showing a strange object moving through the sky over an undisclosed location. From the very beginning, it's clear that Santiago is already focused on something overhead, suggesting he had noticed the object before he even started recording. Take a look.
Ahí hay otro. Que está, mira. Mira. Mira otro.
Throughout the footage, 2 bright objects can be seen moving steadily across the sky. At first, they appear as distant lights, but as Santiago zooms in, they no longer look like simple dots. Instead, each object seems to have a distinct, almost structured appearance. Though it's impossible to tell whether that's the actual shape of the objects, or simply an artifact caused by the camera's heavy zoom. At one point, a second object with a very similar appearance enters the frame, making the sighting even more intriguing. Unfortunately, the video doesn't provide much additional context, so we're left to judge the footage on its own. Some viewers believe the objects could be genuine unidentified aerial phenomena, while others suggest the unusual appearance is simply the result of the camera's zoom and the limitations of the equipment. With such limited information, it's impossible to say for certain. Even after more than 14 years, the clip continues to leave viewers wondering exactly what Santiago managed to capture that day. So what do you think these bright objects were? Were they truly unexplained, or is there another way to interpret what we're seeing? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Back in March of 2012, a man named Ryan Halsey uploaded a video to his YouTube channel claiming that he was home alone one day while his parents were out when he began hearing a series of strange noises coming from elsewhere in the house. Unsure of what was making the sounds, Ryan decided to grab his phone and start recording as he cautiously searched each room. For a while, everything appears perfectly normal.
What the f? This is what I mean. Crazy shit. So whoa! My God. You're like, oh my. Oh I seen something. Right, yep. Oh, shit.
Then, at around the 35-second mark, what appears to be a dark figure suddenly darts up the staircase, causing Ryan to yell in panic before quickly retreating. Whether it was a shadow, a person, or something else entirely, the moment is over almost as quickly as it begins, making it difficult to tell exactly what was captured. Of course, not everyone is convinced. Some viewers believe the entire video could have been staged, while others think Ryan's reaction seems genuine. The video is appropriately titled WTF is in my home, and judging by Ryan's reaction, it's safe to say he had no idea what he had just witnessed. So what do you think ran up those stairs? Was it simply a clever hoax, a home intruder, or something far more difficult to explain? Let me know your thoughts in the comments.
This is how you get your dream body in 4 weeks. Download this app called FitBody and tell you your fitness goals. Want to get stronger? Pick lift.
A YouTube channel known as Dad's Always Right uploaded a piece of home security camera footage that was recorded inside their Denver home on March 25th, 2023. The video begins peacefully, showing a baby fast asleep in its crib, while the child's father sleeps in a bed right beside it. Everything seems completely normal, until this happens. Out of nowhere, the bedroom door suddenly swings open on its own. A few moments later, it slowly swings shut again, all without anyone getting out of bed. The movement of the door is what makes the clip so intriguing. It doesn't simply drift open and stay there. It opens before eventually closing again, almost as if someone had passed through the doorway. Of course, not everyone agrees on what happened. Some believe there could be a perfectly ordinary explanation, while others feel the footage may have been staged. Thankfully, neither the father nor the baby appears to wake up or be harmed in any way. So what do you think caused the bedroom door to move like that? Was it simply something mundane, or was there really an unseen presence inside the room? Reddit user Dry Selection 421 shared a video to the True Cryptozoology subreddit that was reportedly filmed in Argentina back in 2010. The footage is extremely grainy and low quality, but according to the post, the videographer was recording outside at night after noticing something unusual wandering around near their neighborhood. Take a look.
Loco. ¿Cómo se canta? Y vamos con esto.
Ya fue, macho. Vamos a una acá.
Macho, mira, se está viniendo por acá. Está cruzando la calle, macho.
Se fue.
As you can see, what appears to be a small humanoid figure can be seen walking through the street before eventually disappearing from view. Because of the video's low quality, it's difficult to make out many details, but the figure's proportions and movement have led to plenty of speculation over the years. One of the most popular theories is that the figure could be a duende. In Latin American folklore, a duende is a small human-like supernatural being, often compared to a dwarf, gnome, or leprechaun. Stories about duendes vary from region to region, but they are frequently described as mischievous creatures that appear unexpectedly before vanishing just as quickly. Some viewers believe the footage could simply be an elaborate hoax, while others argue the poor video quality makes it impossible to determine what was actually recorded. Whatever the case may be, it's certainly one of those videos that's difficult to forget once you've seen it. Was it really a legendary duende, or is there another explanation? Let me know your theories in the comments down below. Over on TikTok, a woman known as Malina123 explains that her son had experienced several strange incidents over the years, but until now, he'd only ever been able to tell her about them, because nothing had been caught on camera. That finally changed when he managed to record what he claims was his latest encounter on his phone. Take a look. The footage shows Malina's son filming outside before slowly panning the camera to the left. Suddenly, a pale face with short, dark hair can be seen peeking out from behind an object, causing him to scream and immediately run away. It's a very brief moment, but the figure is visible long enough to leave quite an impression. According to Malina, neither she nor her son has any idea what was captured that day. If this wasn't simply someone hiding nearby, it's certainly a difficult clip to explain. Of course, one could also argue that the video was staged. With footage this short, it's impossible to completely rule out the possibility that someone was intentionally hiding there to create a scare. Whatever the case may be, it's easy to understand why the encounter frightened Malina's son so much. So what do you think was peeking out from behind the object that day? Was it someone playing a prank, or something much more mysterious?
You finally stopped wasting money on 5 different streaming subscriptions. Every movie you want to watch is on this one app.
Oh, no, sweetie.
For this next entry, we're taking a look at another one of the recently released UAP videos, published on the United States Department of War website. The footage, designated DOW UAP PR056, was reportedly captured in 2024 by an infrared sensor aboard a US military platform, before eventually being submitted to the All-Domain Anomaly Resolution Office, or ARROW for short. As with many of the videos included in the release, very little additional information was provided beyond the footage itself. Take a look. The video shows a bright object over the water that appears to pulse as it moves through the scene. As the recording continues, the object also seems to pick up speed, making for a particularly intriguing sequence. According to the accompanying documentation, the object was described as pulsing, which matches what appears to be visible in the footage. Unfortunately, there's very little context surrounding the incident, making it difficult to determine exactly what the sensor recorded. One could argue that the unusual appearance and motion are simply the result of the infrared sensor or the way the object is being tracked. On the other hand, the footage has remained unresolved, leaving the door open to plenty of speculation. Whatever the explanation may be, it's another fascinating addition to the recent collection of officially released UAP videos. So what do you think was recorded over the water that day? Was it simply an ordinary object viewed under unusual conditions, or something truly unidentified? This next clip is one I actually featured on my channel several years ago, but I thought it would be interesting to revisit it since it's been such a long time and many newer viewers have probably never seen it before. The footage was uploaded to a YouTube channel known as Best Horror Videos in 2015. Although judging by the camera quality, it appears to have been filmed several years earlier.
Like scary videos, like scary videos from like dark web or some shit. Like go to HFC Studios. Oh my god, does he have some scary videos? Like I'll have like nightmares and stuff like that. That's how scary the videos are. And they're not like those like, you know, like those like videos are like, ooh, like, oh, this moved or whatever. No, it's like real shit. Like it's really cool, and I really love that YouTuber. He makes some really good content. So go check him out, cause he makes some great content. He makes some amazing content.
The video begins with a group of friends hanging around a campfire near an abandoned house. Everything seems perfectly normal until one of them notices something moving nearby. He asks his friend for a flashlight before deciding to investigate.
Check. Frank, bring that flashlight. Vite, bring la flashlight. Fuck, c'était quoi? C'est où?
Right around here, if you look carefully, you can make out what appears to be a head briefly peeking out from behind the abandoned building before disappearing again. Unsure of what he just saw, the cameraman continues searching the area. Then, a few moments later,
Oh shit. You. I spot the room, c'est quoi?
C'est où? Dans l'eau.
the mysterious head appears once again, peeking out from almost the exact same spot before quickly disappearing from view. Unfortunately, very little is known about the origins of this footage. We don't know where exactly it was filmed or who the people in the video were, only that they were exploring near an abandoned house when this strange encounter allegedly took place. It could be argued that someone was simply hiding behind the building as part of an elaborate prank. At the same time, the genuine reactions from the group have led others to wonder whether they really did stumble across something they couldn't explain. Whatever the truth may be, it's still one of those older internet videos that has managed to stick with people over the years. So what do you think was peeking out from behind that abandoned house? Was it simply someone playing a prank, or something much more mysterious?
Whenever I snap my receipt and fetch after shopping, I am rewarded instantly. Hello, free gift cards.
You don't need a speaker. Your phone's real volume is locked. I'm about to show you a secret that the Android industry doesn't.
In June of 2020, a man named Reese Davis uploaded a video to his YouTube channel showing what began as an ordinary evening spent hanging out with a group of friends. Before long, though, something in the distance catches their attention, and the atmosphere changes almost instantly. Take a look.
Xbox
Wait, yo, shh. What?
What is that?
What dude, is that a person?
We should probably.
Okay. Close it. Please lock it. Oh my god.
Fucking lock that shit, dude.
Okay.
I think we left someone's phone up there.
Yeah, we left someone's. Doesn't matter. Bro,
We'll get it later. We'll get it later. We'll get it later.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Daddy's scary. I gotta go first. Is the side door locked?
I don't know, man. I don't know.
Holy shit. Did you lock the door?
Did you lock it? Did you lock this door? I don't want to get close to the door. Holy crap. No, make sure it's on. Make sure it's on. Okay.
That is creepy as hell.
Dude.
What the is that, dude?
This has it's going around. Throughout the video, a tall, gangly-looking figure can be seen moving around on all fours in the distance, while seemingly keeping an eye on Reese and his friends. It never appears to get very close, but its repeated presence is enough to leave the group feeling increasingly uneasy. At one point, they decide to head back inside the house, hoping to put some distance between themselves and whatever they're seeing. But even then, the encounter doesn't appear to be over. The figure can later be seen outside the house, seemingly watching the group through the windows, making the situation even more unsettling. One possibility is that someone was simply crawling around on all fours to frighten the group as part of an elaborate prank, or maybe a hoax. Then again, if that's not the case, it's certainly a bizarre piece of footage that's difficult to explain. An Australian Reddit user known as DependentBox6487 shared a video to the unexplained subreddit after capturing something unusual on his Ring security camera. According to the uploader, the incident happened sometime between 2 and 3 o'clock in the morning, after his dog suddenly began barking. Curious to see what had gotten the dog's attention, he opened the Ring app to check the live camera feed. At first, he noticed a small white light floating around in the backyard, which backs onto an empty paddock. Then, something even stranger appeared. Right around here, a tall figure can be seen entering the backyard from the right side of the fence. What's especially unusual is that, according to the uploader, there isn't a gate or any other access point where the figure appears to come through. He also points out that the mysterious white light and the figure seem to react to one another, leading him to wonder whether they were somehow connected. One possible explanation is that the figure is simply the result of a camera anomaly, perhaps caused by an insect crawling across the lens or another visual artifact that only appears human-shaped because of the camera's night vision. Whatever the case may be, it's certainly an intriguing clip that's difficult to interpret with complete confidence. So what do you think wandered into this Australian backyard? Was it merely a strange camera artifact, or was something else captured that night? Let me know your thoughts in the comments.
Got a pile of clothes you never wear anymore? Turn them into cash with Vinted. Snap a photo, list your item. Easy.
Sometimes, checking your home security camera reveals something unexpected happening on your own property. But Reddit user Protomancer ended up spotting something much stranger happening in a neighbor's yard instead. The video, posted to the WTF subreddit, was recorded in the middle of the night and captures a very unusual sight. Take a look. Throughout the footage, a person can be seen slowly slithering across the neighbor's yard on the ground instead of simply walking. It's an incredibly bizarre way to move, and naturally it raises a lot of questions. Was this person trying to avoid being seen, or was there some other reason they were crawling across someone's property in the middle of the night? Unfortunately, the video doesn't provide any additional context, so we're left to speculate. Unlike many of the other clips on this list, this one doesn't really need a supernatural explanation. The unsettling part is that it appears to show an actual person crawling across someone else's yard for reasons we can only guess at. Hopefully, the homeowner was made aware of what happened, and the situation never escalated beyond what was captured on camera. So what do you think this person was doing that night? Was there an innocent explanation for the bizarre behavior, or was something more sinister going on? Spending the night at your grandparents' house is usually a comforting experience, filled with good memories. For TikTok user Sophie Collins, however, one particular night turned into something she'd probably rather forget. Sophie posted a video showing herself lying in bed, trying to fall asleep, when she suddenly noticed something at the bedroom door. Peeking through the narrow gap in the doorway is Sophie's grandmother, silently staring into the room. What's especially unsettling is that even after Sophie points her phone directly at the door, her grandmother doesn't react or walk away. Instead, she simply continues standing there, watching. It's certainly an uncomfortable clip, although the reason behind her grandmother's behavior is impossible to know from the video alone. Unlike most of the other entries on this list, there's no real reason to assume anything paranormal is happening here. Whatever the explanation may be, it's simply a very awkward and unsettling moment that happened to be caught on camera. So what do you think was going on here? Was there an innocent explanation for her grandmother's behavior, or does the clip leave you with more questions than answers? This next video was posted to TikTok by a user known as Grego6073 and shows him filming himself while swimming in a river. For most of the video, he's simply talking to the camera while enjoying the water. Everything appears completely ordinary at first. In fact, if you look at this earlier part of the video,
Corriente íbamos a ir a salir allá abajo. Allá abajo. Esto no es de miedo, ¿no? Nosotros automáticamente nacimos.
you can clearly see that there doesn't appear to be anyone standing beneath a tree on the opposite riverbank. But later in the video, that's no longer the case.
Iba a salir por allá abajo, sin problema, sin miedo ni nada. ¿Por qué? Como yo les digo, nosotros nos criamos aquí.
Standing beneath the tree is what appears to be a very tall, slender figure, watching from the opposite side of the river. Because the figure is so far away, it's difficult to make out any details, but its sudden appearance is what has left many viewers scratching their heads. It's also worth remembering that the spot appears empty early in the video, making many people wonder when or how the figure got there without being noticed. A more grounded possibility is that it's simply another person who quietly walked into the area while the uploader was distracted. Given the distance, it's impossible to know for certain. Whatever the explanation may be, it's definitely the kind of moment that's easy to miss the first time you watch the video. For this next entry, we're taking a look at another one of the recently released UAP videos published on the United States Department of War website. Designated DOW UAP PR-055, the footage was reportedly captured on November 23, 2020. Like many of the other videos in the release, very little information accompanies the footage, leaving us to focus almost entirely on what was recorded. Take a look. footage appears to show a dark spherical object repeatedly moving in and out of the clouds. Unlike some of the other UAP videos, this object remains clearly visible for much of the recording, making it easier to follow its movement through the sky. At around the 32-second mark, the original unprocessed footage is also shown, giving viewers another look at the same object from the source recording. What makes this clip particularly interesting is the way the object seems to move. Rather than simply drifting with the clouds, it appears to change position in a way that many people have described as deliberate or controlled. Of course, there's also the possibility that the object's unusual movement is simply a result of perspective, the camera platform, or the way the footage was captured. Without additional context, it's impossible to draw any firm conclusions. Even so, it's another fascinating addition to the recent collection of officially released UAP videos. A TikTok user named Rebecca shared a video that was originally recorded by her mother while out on a hike. According to Rebecca, her mother came across a large mansion known as the Murphy House. Believing the house might be unoccupied, she decided to film the property as she walked past. At first, everything seems perfectly normal.
Looks pretty deserted, but it must have been gorgeous in its day. Absolutely, I could just imagine walking around here in some fancy dress or something, and just amazing. It's just beautiful.
Then, at around the 20-second mark, if you look toward the last window on the upper floor, you can make out what appears to be the face of a child staring out from inside the house. The videographer doesn't notice it at the time, making the discovery something that was only spotted later while reviewing the footage. It's a brief moment, but the face is distinct enough to make you wonder whether someone or something was watching from inside the building all along. Of course, there's another possibility. If this isn't anything paranormal, it could simply be an actual child standing inside the house and looking out the window. From that distance, combined with the camera quality, it's easy to see how an ordinary face could end up looking unusually pale and unsettling. Unfortunately, we don't know much about the history of the Murphy house, or whether anyone investigated the property afterward, leaving the entire incident unresolved. So what do you think was looking out from that upstairs window? Was it simply someone inside the house, or did the camera capture something much more mysterious? On August 31st, 2017, a YouTube channel known as Paranologies uploaded a video from inside a room filled with dozens of dolls. For many people, that alone would be enough to make them feel uneasy. But according to the uploader, one particular doll named Eddie had been displaying some very unusual behavior. Take a look.
Yeah, you can go ahead and touch Eddie. Oh, shit! Oh, it moved! Did you see that? Did you all see that?
If you watch Eddie closely, you can see his right hand make a small movement all on its own. It's a subtle motion, but somehow that almost makes it even creepier. The uploader later posted another video from the same room on a different day, and this time something else appears to happen.
We were doing another live stream with my buddy Greg, and he was, we were asking them to move, and he moved his,
While the camera is focused elsewhere, one of the dolls in the background appears to slowly turn its head on its own. Whether the movement is genuine or not, it's certainly enough to make you look twice. A more skeptical interpretation is that both movements could simply be the result of slight shifts in the dolls, camera perspective, or even an elaborate setup by the uploader. Even so, they're subtle enough that they don't immediately jump out at you, which is part of what makes the video so unsettling. Personally, I think just being surrounded by that many dolls would already be unnerving enough. The possibility of one of them moving on its own is just the icing on the cake. So what do you think happened inside this room? Were these dolls really moving by themselves, or is there another explanation? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. And that was 25 scary videos. I hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, then subscribe for more scary content.
But I had like maybe like 15 dolls, and they were all like from like abandoned houses, like and stuff like that. And like I'm pretty sure most of them, if not all of them, were haunted. So yeah, but that is the end of the video. So please like, subscribe, and comment. You know, maybe what was the scariest experience you guys had? Like you know, like a lot of these other people have like scary experiences and stuff like that, but I want to know what your guys' is. But yeah, anyways, a great day nonetheless. Get some sleep. Have a wonderful day. And I will see you next time. See you guys. I forgot.